Okay, today is October 14th, 2016, and right now at 12:10 a.m. in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a temperature of 56 degrees. The relative humidity is 81%. We have a dew point of 50 degrees, and the barometer is 30 inches even. All right, so we're watching the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop. We see a storm system here. There's actually two lows mixed in here. And this is bringing some very, very high swells into Oregon and Washington. And we can see that that frontal system is also, this is the jet stream all the way through here, and that is moving right into Oregon and Washington. So that is quite a system. And again, they don't show these on the news here in Los Angeles. You can take a look at this in the infrared loop. You can see a lot of red in this frontal system. Also, there are right angles forming. Stop this and take a look at that. Right here we have a right angle. We have a straight edge over here. We have another right angle forming. Right there is a straight edge. And then the vortex resumes right over in this area. We'll take a close-up look at this here in the West Pacific view right here. Let's take a look at that. Let's go ahead and stop that and just take a look real quick. Put the envelope on that. It's fairly square. Okay, so there's manipulation going on. We see some very odd characteristics of this vortex. We have the vortex trying to reform and spin right here. We just run this again and let it play. We see that the manipulation is occurring right here on the back side of that frontal system. So there is some effort being made to weaken this system, but that doesn't seem to be working out too well. Okay, let's take a look next at the telecast Doppler radar map, and we can see that Oregon and Washington are both getting a lot of rain, especially in the Portland area. We see a lot of yellow, and also right down here in Northern California near Eureka, and right up near the border. We also see what looks like some manipulation right down here in California. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this area if we can, if this map works. Map's not working. Okay, we'll come back to that. But there is there is a radar that is chopping up this rain, this moisture field here. Yeah, this thing's not working right. Okay, we'll have to come back to it. Here is the surface analysis map. And we can see those two lows right up here. This is a 978 millibar low right here, which is a storm. This is moving into British Columbia right here. That frontal system is moving right into Washington and Oregon. And then there's actually two lows in that spinning system. We have high pressure down here off of Southern California, 1022 millibar. We had clouds moving in the morning, this morning on the 13th. And we had very, very heavy chemtrails spraying all day long over the tops of those incoming clouds and moisture that is associated with this system. And this is moving in on the jet stream. Let's go ahead and take a look at the jet stream map. Right here. You can see that that's all solid high speed flow right here, all the way right into Northern California, Oregon, and Washington. And if we go back to these maps again and take a look at that, that is all jet stream flow. And this is bringing some very, very high swells which we'll take a look at. But that is a very, very large storm, very, very fierce system. And so we will keep an eye on that. Those states up there are expecting a lot of rain. Also in California, Northern California is expecting several inches of rain. All right, this is just Hurricane Nicole, which is weakened to a Category 2 storm. This is moving up and out of the way. It'll be moving to the northeast. Let's take a look here at the swell map. This is the wave analysis on the East Pacific. We can see the storm is generating 26-foot seas right off of Oregon, and then out here we have 20 to 25-foot seas right out here from this giant storm system that's moving in. And right here we can actually see a right angle on that frontal system right there. Okay, here's the SSEC water vapor map for the west coast. We can see that storm making its way onshore right now. Get a lot of chemtrail aerosol spraying going on here. We can actually see some of those lines those trails being laid out right here, right there. Okay, now here's the southwest water vapor map. You can see Central and Southern California right over here. And we can also see the chemtrail trails being laid out in this direction. And actually tonight we have about I think it's around a 3/4 moon. And I was just outside here about maybe an hour ago around 11 o'clock p.m. And there are streaks and stripes in the skies tonight. Very heavy chemtrail spraying going on in the skies right now over Los Angeles all evening long, because we have a moisture field that would otherwise be delivering rain, and these aerosols are stopping that process. And we can see here in the rainbow loop moisture that's moving in, and there's just not. We have these transmitters on these islands out here, also along the coastline, and those are fairly effective down here in Southern California, along with those chemtrails. So we see that the moisture does not last from about Point Conception, which is Vandenberg Air Force Base, and on down to the border area. There's just nothing will stick around. Now, during the monsoonal season, we see a lot of moisture moving up, and a lot of that moisture just evaporates right once it gets past these. Once you get past this border right here, it'll evaporate fairly quickly. All right, let's take a look at some of these maps, these pressure maps. This is the sea level pressure map. And we can see those two lows that are moving onshore right here with that giant frontal system. We have high pressure 1019 millibar right from about Central California all the way down and out in this entire East Pacific area right here. We have a low out here right behind these two lows. Now at the 500 millibar level, we can see that area of low pressure right here, this trough moving in, this giant frontal system. Now on the 300 millibar, we see some squiggly lines right here over California, and that is the transmitters at work installing and maintaining high pressure. Those cause these little blips on these isobars. That's not a software glitch. That's actually these transmitters that are manipulating the atmosphere. Okay, so that is pretty much the summary for today, and we will keep an eye on the northwest and the rain totals, because depending on where you are up here, it could deliver anywhere from 6 to 15 or 18 inches of rain, I was reading. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we will do another update tomorrow, or maybe later today, which is the 14th now. Okay, that's it.